So our today's topic is step response of an RL circuit. As we have previously understood step response of RC circuit, now we are going to study the step response of an. So as in case of RC circuit, we considered a circuit with a resistor and a capacitor with a switch and a voltage source also. So in case of RL circuit, as shown in figure A and in figure B, we replace the C with L with an inductor, and in case of inductor our goal is to find out the current. So for circuit response of inductor we have to find out the inductor current. So instead of applying Kirchhoff's law, we just write this equation: I is equal to I of t plus I of Ss. What is I of t? Previously V of t, it was transient response of voltage previously in case of capacitor, and now it is transient response of inductor, current response of inductor. Similarly, the steady state response, one response that is before time t is equal to 0, t less than 0, and one was at t infinite. So when we close the switch, our circuit will look like this. As we know that the transient response is always a decaying exponential, we have studied these decaying and rising exponentials previously in our responses at the early stage of this chapter. So I is equal to A into e raised to power minus t over tau, where tau in case of inductor is L over R and A is the constant. You guys already know about that. Similarly, the steady state response is the value of the current long time after the switch in the figure is closed. And as we know that the transient response that dies out after 5 time constant, or after maybe sometimes after 4 time constant, but mostly after 5 it is 0. At that time the inductor becomes a short circuit. What was the capacitor at this stage of time? It was an open circuit. Inductor is short circuit and the voltage across it is 0. The entire source V of S appears across the resistor. Thus the steady state response would be V of S over R in this case in our previous figures. So substituting equations 56 and 57 into the previously studied equation of chapter 7, 7.55, or we may say that the equation studied in our previous slide, applying the values for transient and steady state currents. I is equal to, this was transient response and this is a steady state response. We now determine the constant A, the constant which was obtained in transient state, for initial value of I, or I naught at t is equal to 0. Same value, same work is doing, we are doing same work just with current and with inductor as we have studied in case of capacitor. Same source V of S. Since the current through the inductor cannot change instantaneously, so I of 0 positive is equal to I of 0 negative is equal to I. So at time t is equal to 0, I of naught is equal to A plus V of S over R, and A is equal to I naught minus V of S over R. So putting these values, we got I of t is equal to Vs over R plus I naught minus Vs over R into e raised to power minus t over tau, where Vs over R is equal to I of infinite, I naught is equal to I of naught, and again I of infinite into e raised to power minus t over tau. This is the response which we were looking for. And at this time, at this Vs over R value, our exponential will completely come to a constant state and its highest level would be I naught at time t less than 0. Now in this case, what we are going to find out? We are going to find out I naught, I infinite, and again tau. In previous case, what we were finding out? V naught, V infinite, and tau. In this case, what we are finding out? I naught, I infinite, and tau. First one we gain from I less than 0, 2 and 3 we gain from I greater than 0. Once these values are determined, we can find out our result by putting it in this. Achha, one more thing. If our t is equal to t naught, if instead of t is equal to 0, we got a value of t is equal to t naught, then our exponential would become minus t naught instead of t. T would change into, minus is related to exponential, so I am not writing it over here, t minus t naught. Okay, and this is our final I of t. Step response of our RL circuit with no initial inductor current, right? At t less than 0 is equal to 0. You got the point? Hope so. Now, if we have to find out the voltage with this current, what is our formula? We got V of t is equal to Vs e raised to a minus t over tau into u of t, unit step response. So how can we simplify this? We can simplify this with the help of this derivation. L into d over dt into I, put the value of I over here, taking its derivative, and after simplification, as we know that the value of tau is L over R, putting those value over here, and what we got, this final result. And again we got the responses. Step response of RL circuit with no initial inductor current when t of 0, t less than 0 is equal to 0, or you may say that the response when you have a unit step function at your input. The unit step function would be 0 at t less than 0. So you got this type of responses. It is starting from 0, ending or becoming constant at Vs over R. Similarly, starting from Vs for in case of V and ending or approaching towards 0. Now, this is a bit tricky question, or a better question, I guess, for developing the understanding of this kind of question. In this, we had at t is equal to 0, switch 1, this is our switch 1, is closed, this is closed, and switch 2 is closed at t is equal to 4. You know what does it mean? As in our formula when we were saying that t is t naught, we have two different times, not only time 0, we also have a time 4, and third requirement is to find t greater than 4, right? How can we solve this type of question? And what we have to find out? We have to find out the current for t is equal to 2 and t is equal to 5 seconds. And we also have to find out the total response I of t for t greater than 0. Greater than 0 means till infinite. It doesn't stop at t4. It is going till infinite, right? How are we going to solve this? So first of all, we have to define the time intervals of our circuit. First time interval is at t less than 0. Second time interval is between 0 and 4. And third time interval is t greater than 4 till infinite. I mentioned over here that as my S2 is at t is equal to 4, so this additional time interval. So our first step, t less than equal to 0. What are our conditions of our switches? Both S1 and S2 are open in this state. So this loop is not connected, this loop is not connected, we are connected with nothing. So I is equal to 0, I 0 negative is 0, I 0 is 0. This is 0 for t less than 0. Now between 0 and 4, Between 0 and 4, this switch is closed, but this is again open. Why? Because we are reaching the limit 4. We are not on limit 4, we are just reaching there. We have to find out the value before we reach t is equal to 4, right? So this is open and this is closed. So I of infinite is this 40 initial voltage divided by these two values of resistor. And as we know that if we apply a steady voltage source, our inductor will act as a short. So we got I of infinite in this case for time interval 0 to 4 is 4 ampere, and R of TH in this case is 4 plus 6, which is equal to 10 ohms. And from this value we can got tau is equal to 1 by 2 seconds. Putting the value in the formula, given formula, we got I of t for 0 to 4 is 4 into 1 minus e raised to power minus 2t amperes. Now for the third case, for t greater than equal to 4, now S2 is also closed. S1 is also closed and S2 is also closed. Sudden change in voltage will not affect the inductor current because the current cannot change abruptly. So I of 4 at I of 4, as we find out previously I of 0. Similarly, we are going to find out here I of 4 initially. I of 4 is equal to I of 4 negative is equal to 4 into 1 minus e raised to power minus 2 into 4, putting just 4 instead of t in the formula we derived previously. We got I of 4 is equal to 4 amperes. Now I of infinite. What is I of infinite? I have redrawn the circuit again for your convenience. I have drawn a node over here and I am going to find out this value. So at this node 40 minus, I am representing this node P as V. 40 minus V over 4 plus 10 minus V over 2 is equal to V by 6. Again simplification, and finally I got V is equal to 180 by 11. I hope you guys got this equation because it is simple nodal equation, nothing else. And what we get finally is 180 by 11. Now I of infinite is 180 by 11, that was V multiplied by 1 over 6 or V over R. The value of V is 180 by 11 and R is 6. So what we got? We got 2.727. What is the resistance in this case? For finding out the resistance, we have to remove all the sources to find out the Thevenin resistance. So after removing the sources, what we got? 4 ohm in parallel with 2 ohms and addition with 6. I got this value for RTH. After finding out RTH, I got this tau, this value of tau. When I got this value of tau, I have to put these all values in this formula. In this case, we are not dealing with 0. Our range is for t greater than 4. Its lower range was 4, right? So instead of I of 0, I am writing I of 4, which I has find out in my previous slide. Putting all those values, and again as I am having a t naught that is 4, so I have to put this in exponential, minus 4 in exponential. The second formula which I derived for inductor for t naught. So after putting all these values, I got this result. Now total I of t which I got is 0 for t less than equal to 0, 4 into 1 minus e raised to minus 2t for 0 to 4, and for greater than 4 up to infinite, I got this result. Now what was our task? Our task was to find out t is equal to 2 and t is equal to 5. So at t is equal to 2, this formula was derived from range 0 to 4. So this is the value, putting just the value of t over here. For t is equal to 5, it is greater than 4, so this formula would be used, and I got 3.02 amperes. Now this is an additional part. This is not the part in our question. This is not a requirement of our question. If we have to find out the voltage also for inductor, so after finding out the current, we have to find out the voltage for all the steps. For t less than 0, between 0 and 4, and for t greater. So for less than t, we got I 0. After putting the value in this formula, we got 0. Between 0 and 4, this was the derived formula for I. Putting the formula over here, we got this value. And finally, for t greater than 4, this formula was derived. Put this formula over here, take its derivative, and what you got is this. So these are our voltages for 3 times: 0, 0 to 4, and greater than 4. Now your assignment is section 7.6 of the book. Please complete all the examples related to this and all the exercise questions. Thank you.